Hello everyone and welcome to another game I played on Ptcgo. This time I'm using my plasma deck, which this one is a more simple one. It does not run any of Lugia, Absol, or Giratina. It's just Deoxys, Kyurem, and Thundurus. So just streamline the process and use Kyurem as a main attacker. Here I'm going to start off with Deoxys, unfortunately, and my opponent plays first ticket, which is kind of odd to see, and they start off with a Lugia. They're going to Team Plasma Ball for a Deoxys, and then Team Plasma Ball again, probably for another Deoxys. Or I don't know, maybe an alternative Plasma attacker, because Lugia isn't normally one you want to start off with unless you can go really aggressive, or if this happens to be just the Super Lugia variant, which the top cut has been using, and it looks like it is because they use a plus power and then a Juniper. You don't normally see plus powers, so they're going to use a Chorus Machine to get one plasma energy onto Lugia, and I'm just hoping that they don't get more Deoxys and more energy on the Lugia, basically. So they're going to attach for one from the hand and end their turn. So fortunately I did survive that opening. I'm going to Team Plasma Ball here, maybe for a Kyurem, because I want to start attacking as soon as possible. I really need to knock out Lugia, and I'm going to attach a Float Stone to Deoxys, use Hypnotoxic Laser, and I put my opponent to sleep. Here I attach an Energy Lugia and N, but unfortunately I don't get the Chorus Machine. I do get another Kyurem. I'm just going to attach that. Place that on the bench, and I'm putting a Keldeo down in case I get a Float Stone, so I can retreat and attack that way. I'm just going to put down Frozen City. It'll be useless in this game, but I just wanted that card out of my hand. And I'm going to retreat into Kyurem just in case he gets enough energy. I don't want him to knock out Keldeo and take 3 prizes. So we're going to see a recycle be used, and it doesn't look like he got a heads, I don't think. But he's going to use a Team Plasma Ball here, get another Deoxys. I think he did attach another energy for the turn, but since he was stayed asleep, I managed to survive that. Here I'm actually noticing I can actually attack with Kyurem for the turn if I just play my cards right in the correct order. So I think first I should attach to the active. Either I Skyla for a Chorus Machine or just attach the water. I attach the water, and I'm going to get a Chorus Machine, looks like, and attach it and use it to get a Plasma Energy and attach it to the active, which will allow me to actually attack with my benched one, interestingly enough, if I use Scramble Switch. So here I'm just looking at the damage. So since he's poisoned, he'll be knocked out at the end of his turn, I believe, if I manage to hit him. So as long as he stays in the active, I'll have the knockout. So here I'm going to do just what I described. So I'm going to Scramble Switch and transfer that energy from my bench Kyurem to from the active one to the new active, if that's how you want to view it. I'm having trouble clicking it. It's not as intuitive as it used to be. You have to click each card individually, say OK. So here I'm doing that twice. It took me a while to realize it. And I'm just going to Blizzard Burn here for 130. So he has 20 left. So if he attacks me with that one in the active, at the end of my turn, actually, he'll be knocked out. But he has a switch and a Float Stone, and he's back in the active spot. And now he can actually hit me for the knockout. But he has a new Lugia on the bench that he's starting to power up, which is kind of scary here. I'm going to promote Deoxys just because it has a free retreat. Fortunately, I do top deck a Juniper, which I desperately needed because my hand was not all that useful. And I get a Thundurus, which will help me out greatly since Lugia is weak to lightning. And I get another Plasma Ball, which I'm going to use to get another Deoxys on the bench. I'm obviously not going to be able to put out that many, and it's sort of dangerous since he has Deoxys of his own. But I don't think he runs any special energy, I want to say. At least not anything that'll let him run Psychic with this iteration of the deck. Here I'm debating what to do, what to Catcher or to Poison. I'm just going to retreat my active, go into Thundurus, and ride in Knuckle for 100. Get a Water Energy and attack it to Kyurem, and take a prize, or take 2 prizes. So here we're even in prizes now, and it doesn't look like he has enough energy to attach, but we see a random receiver, which he gets a Juniper with. So he's probably going to discard, but first he's going to use a Chorus Machine, but it looks like there's no Plasma Energy in his deck anymore. So he's going to play that Juniper, discarding a few seemingly useless things. The first ticket went into the discard pile there. I think he's in trouble if he has no more Plasma Energy in his deck, but he attaches a DCE, which is scary, which means he needs 1 more energy, but I don't think he'll be able to get it on this turn. At least I'm hoping. But he's going to Catcher up Kyurem. Instead, he plays a plus power and another random receiver. So it looks like he's trying to thin out his hand. I don't know what he's trying to pull, since I don't see how he's going to get a Chorus Machine at least. He's going to random receiver again. It doesn't look like he has too much or anything in the way of supporters left, since I can basically see his entire deck. But he does get a Bicycle, or he was just thinning it out to use Bicycle. And he's going to recycle that Plasma Energy, recycle again, and he gets a Heads, and he gets a Juniper. So that's going to allow him to attack for next turn with Lugia. So he retreats it into Deoxys. But here I'm going to Tool Scrapper just to try to prevent him from retreating for free and denying me a knockout. And I'm going to Catcher up Lugia because I know he wants it on the bench. And I will Poison it. I'm going to attach a Prism Energy onto my active, and I'll be able to Frost Spear 450 and hit one of the bench Deoxys. So here my opponent can definitely knock me out with the stuff he has on the top of his deck, and I know he just got a Juniper, and he will have a Plasma Energy once he uses that. But for whatever reason, he decides to go for Team Plasma Ball, which forces him to shuffle his deck. So it seems like an odd play in my opinion. He's going to get a Lugia off of that, and he will Juniper. There's no guarantee that there's a Plasma Energy anymore, though. So I don't know if that was the best play on his part. But we do see a Chorus Machine, so that'll allow him to get that Plasma Energy, and with that, he's going to take the knockout, and he's actually going to take 2 prizes. But first, he's going to attach a Float Stone to Lugia, and just waiting for the knockout here at this point. He might be thinking, because I do have a Thundurus on the bench that I can use to knock him out. Basically right now, if I get energy in play, he's going to recycle, but he fails it. And he has 12 cards left in his deck, so he is in danger of decking himself if he continues to use his Bicycle shenanigans. And here I'm still waiting. He's going to plus power and Bicycle yet again. So then he knocks me out for 160 damage. So hopefully you guys get the concept behind his deck. So just rely on Lugia to do massive damage. So I'm going to send up Thundurus and N him down to 2 cards. I'm going to attach a Water Energy onto Thundurus here, I think, just in case I want to use a Thundurus Noise. It'll get me one step closer to that, and I'm going to hit for 100 and a Raiden Knuckle and attach an energy onto Deoxys just in case I need to attack with it. And I'll take 2 prizes. I managed to get a laser and a Chorus Machine, so that's an amazing hand. I'll be able to, with that, I think, take the win maybe, although I'm not sure I see it yet. So my opponent promotes Lugia, but he can't attack yet since he doesn't have enough energy on it. I'm going to use that Chorus Machine to attach a Plasma Energy onto Thundurus, I believe, but I actually realized that I should have gone for Thundurus, but I go for Deoxys instead, so that was a huge misplay. But I have a way out of it. I'm going to use the cards in my hand. I'm going to Laser, and then I'm going to Chorus, and I actually managed to get a Chorus machine, so I can fix that error. I can attach the last Plasma Energy from my deck onto Thundurus and a Blend Energy, and hit him for the knockout with Thunderous Noise. So with that, I win. And once again, guys, thank you for watching, and I thought you guys might be interested in seeing what a Super Lugia deck looks like when it's running.